Hello dear students, how are you all? Hope you all are fine. Hope you all are fit and healthy at your home. I'm Sundar Patel, your science teacher from St. Mary High School. We have already completed our chapter number 1, class 8 science, that is crop production and management. And today we are going to start our chapter number 2, and the name of the chapter is microorganisms, plant and food. In the first chapter, you already know that there are several kinds of living, for example, plants and animals. But other than this, there are also several other living organisms that is living around us. We normally cannot see them. They are known as microorganisms. For example, you must have seen in rainy season that during the rainy season, moist bed gets spoiled, right? On that, you must have seen something gray, whitish color patches. Do you ever have you ever seen what is that? That is a microorganism. So let's see what is microorganism. Microbes or microorganisms are tiny organisms which are so small that we cannot see them with an unaided eyes. So microorganism or microbe, from the name itself we can say that yes, it is so small that we cannot see in unaided eyes. With unaided eyes means for seeing them we either require microscope or we require magnifying glass to see it. They, so if we are, this is the definition. You have to write this in your notebook. Now let's see ahead. They are all around us and are so small in size that they cannot be seen with bare human eyes. I've just explained that the use of magnifying glass or microscope, you are barely can see that or you cannot see the microorganisms. Now let's see which are the groups of microorganisms or microbes. Microbes are classified into four groups as protozoa, bacteria, fungi, algae. So these are the four groups which are being classified in which the microorganism has been classified. Now let's see one by one the picture of this group. See, in a textbook on page number 18, this picture is given. So first figure is of bacteria. You can see this is a spiral bacteria. They are in of spiral shape. In the same way, this is a rod-shaped bacteria. So this will be in the form of in the shape of rod. Similarly, this is another group that is algae. An example of algae is Calamidomonas and Pyrogyra. So these are the two examples of the group algae. Now this is the protozoa. Example are amoeba and paramecium. Similarly for fungi, it is bread mold. This bread mold you must have observed on a moist bread or a spoiled bread. Whenever the bread is spoiled, you will be easily able to see the bread mold on that bread. Then the next is penicillium, and the last one is aspergillus. So these are some few example of this group. This is a few example of bacteria. This for algae, this is for protozoa, and this is for fungi. There are many other examples too. Now see, this is the example of virus. This is the bacteriophage and this is the adenovirus. So these are also dangerous for the human health. So now we have seen the different groups of the microorganisms. Now we are going to see various diseases that have been caused by this microorganism. Microbial diseases, viruses, common ailments, cold, cough and influenza. This we know, right? When we have common cough or cold and influenza, we say that yes, there is a virus, right? So this has been caused by viruses, common ailments, and it is not life-taking or it is not that dangerous. It is just an infection. Now serious disease that has been caused by viruses. Let's see, polio, chickenpox, measles, etc. So these are the example of serious diseases which is been caused by viruses. The second disease is caused by bacteria. Example are typhoid and tuberculosis, etc. So these are the diseases caused by bacteria. Now protozoans, what they cause? They cause dysentery and malaria, etc. So these are the diseases that been caused by different microorganisms or different microbes. So the question is that these diseases are caused by the microbes. So where does the microorganism live? Is there any special place for living them? So if anybody asks that where does the microorganism live, what you will say? Let's see. Microorganisms can be single-celled like bacteria, some algae and protozoa, or multicellular such as many algae and fungi. So microorganisms can be of two types. They can be single-celled or multicellular. You know what is single-cell, right? In single cell there is only one cell, while in multicellular there are number of cells. So which is the example of single cell? They are bacteria, some algae and protozoa, while multicellular are many algae and fungi. Microbes can survive in all kinds of environments, from icy cold climates to hot springs, any kind of temperature, and desert to marshy lands, and humidity level. Which you can say that microorganisms can survive in any kind of condition or in any kind of environment. They can survive in icy cold climates. They can survive in icy cold climates or to the hot springs, or they can be live in desert to marshy land. So these are the so they can survive everywhere. Some live independently while others live as parasites inside the bodies of other organisms, including animal and human beings. So some are living independently. For example, take an example of algae. They are living independently, right? They make a colony and live together, but they are living independently. While some microorganisms like parasites, right? What we know that parasites live in the body of other organisms. So some live independently and other are living as a parasite or as in the mode of parasite. Microorganism and us. Now let's see how microorganisms are useful for human as well as how they are harmful. Now let's see first the uses. Uses of microorganisms. Preparation of curd, bread and cake. Production of alcohol, wine and acetic acid, preparation of medicines and vaccines, cleaning up the environment, increasing soil fertility. So these are the various use of microorganisms. See, microorganism can be beneficial as well as it can be harmful for the environment as well as for the living organism. So these are some usefulness of this microorganism, right? They can be used in this way. Now let's see the harmful effect of the microbes. Causes disease in causes diseases in plants, animals, and human beings. Spoil food and cause food poisoning. So these are the harmful effects of microbes. You have just seen right that various diseases are caused by this microorganism, this microbes. So this way they are harmful for not only human but they are also harmful for plants and different animals too. And they also spoil the food and cause food poisoning. Now let's see first that it is used for making of curd, cheese and bread. Now let's see how they are being made. Curd contains several microorganisms. The bacterium Lactobacillus promotes formation of a curd. See, in curd there are several microorganisms is present. We all know that. Always remember that microorganisms are present everywhere, right? So in curd also there are several number of microorganisms. The bacterium, there is a bacteria called Lactobacillus. Always remember this. This is very important. Okay. The bacterium Lactobacillus promotes the formation of curd. If you are asked that which bacteria helps in the curd formation, you have to right answer that bacteria called Lactobacillus promotes the formation of curd. It multiplies in milk and converts it into curd. So how the curd formation takes place? There are several microorganisms present in the curd, and the one of them called Lactobacillus bacteria help in the formation of curd. How it forms the curd? It gets multiply in the milk and convert it into the curd. So this is how curd are made. Now next line. Bacteria are also involved in making of cheese, pickles and many other food items. Bacteria and yeast are also helpful for fermentation of rice, idlis and dosa batter. So how bacteria is used? They have been involved in the making of different products like cheese, pickles and many other food items, as well as they have been used for the fermentation of rice, idlis and dosa batter. You must be aware of this, right? We are using yeast in the fermentation process of rice, idlis and dosa batter. Yeast reproduces rapidly and produces carbon dioxide during respiration. Bubbles of the gas fill the dough and increase its volume. This is the basis of use of yeast in the baking industry for making bread, pastries and cakes. We all know that yeast been used in making of cakes, bread, pastries, right? So how this cake, bread, pastries are being made? So see, yeast, you know that yeast are reproducing, right? So they reproduce rapidly, and due to this what happens? They produces carbon dioxide during respiration, and due to this respiration, bubble of the gas fills the dough and increase its volume. And this is how the baking industry are using to for making bread, pastry and cake. So I hope this making of curd, cheese and bread are clear to you all. Now let's see next. Now let's see next use. Commercial use. Commercial use means they have been used commercially in the world. Now let's see how they are used. Microorganisms are used for the large-scale production of alcohol, wine, and acetic acid. How microorganisms are used? They have been used for the large-scale production of alcohol, wine, and acetic acid. Yeast is used for commercial production of alcohol and wine. For this purpose, yeast is grown on natural sugars present in grains like barley, wheat, rice, crushed fruit juices, etc. This is the smell of alcohol as sugar has been converted into alcohol by yeast. This process of conversion of sugar into alcohol is known as fermentation. So, how they are used? See, microorganisms are used for large-scale production of alcohol, wine, and acetic acid. For that, yeast is mostly commercially used for the production of alcohol and wine. How they are used? So, there are natural sugars that are present in certain grains, like here it is written barley, wheat, rice, crushed fruit juices, etc. So, from that yeast is grown. So, this is the smell of alcohol as sugar has been converted into alcohol by yeast. So, the smell of sugar that is been coming from the alcohol is being converted by the yeast. Yeast are helping to convert this grape sugar into alcohol. So, this process of conversion of sugar into alcohol is known as fermentation. So, this is the important term. Fermentation, you should remember that the process of conversion of sugar into alcohol is known as fermentation. And for fermentation, what is used? Yeast is used. So, remember this much. Now, let's see another use. Medicinal use. Medicinal use means microorganisms are being used for the making of medicine. Now, let's see what is given here. Antibiotics can be defined as type of antimicrobial drug which is used for the treatment and prevention of bacterial infection by inhibiting the growth of bacteria. See, when you are ill, you must have visited doctor, right? So you have heard that doctor are giving certain antibiotics. So what are the antibiotics? So here it is defined, right? Here the definition is given. This is important. You should write this in your notebook. So antibiotic basically is a type of antimicrobial drug. They are antimicrobial drugs in which treatment of and prevention of bacterial infection by inhibiting the growth of bacteria. Means that it means that the bacterial infection has been treated and prevented by inhibiting. Inhibiting means by stopping the growth of the bacteria. So antibiotics are basically antimicrobial drugs which are being used for the prevention and treatment of the bacterial infection by stopping the growth of the bacteria. Streptomycin, tetracycline and erythromycin are some of the commonly known antibiotics which are made from fungi and bacteria. So fungi and bacteria are being used for making streptomycin, tetracycline and erythromycin. So these are the very few commonly known antibiotics. There are many more antibiotics which are being consumed as a medicine in the form of medicine that has been consulted by the doctor or the physician. So this way the microorganisms are being used for the making of this antibiotics. The antibiotics are manufactured by growing specific microorganisms and are used to cure a variety of diseases. So how they are made? They are made by growing and manufacturing. How they are made? So they have been made by growing specific microorganisms and are used to cure the variety of diseases. So this way the antibiotics are being manufactured. Antibiotics are even mixed with the food of livestock and poultry to check microbial infection in animals. They are also used to control many plant diseases. Now see, antibiotics are being mixed with the food of livestock means in various places we know that they are they are rearing animals, different animals, right, as their livelihood. So what they do, they either mix. So what they do, they mix the antibiotic in their food, both in the livestock, in the food, and in the poultry. They mix the antibiotics in their food. Why they mix the antibiotic? To check the microbial infection in the animal. So this way, also antibiotics are being used, and they are also used on different plants for preventing them for different diseases. So this is how the microorganism has been used as a medicine. So for today, this was only what. Let's quickly revise what we have seen today. We have started our chapter number 2, that is microorganism, friends and foe. Friend means they are being used in beneficial of living organism, and also they are dangerous for the living organism in different ways. So if they are useful, they are friend, and the microorganisms that are harmful are the foe. Foe means enemy. Then we have seen that what are microorganism, right? Microorganism, we know that the living organism the living organism which cannot be seen by naked eyes are known as microorganisms. Then after we have seen the different groups of the microorganisms, they were bacteria, fungi, protozoa, algae and viruses, right? Then we have seen the different diseases caused by this microorganism. After that, we have seen how or where they live. After that, how they are useful and harmful. We have seen that list. After that, we have discussed in detail how making of curd, bread, cheese are done with the help of microorganisms. And then we have seen commercial use, how they are commercially being used. And after that, we have also seen how medicinal use of the microorganism has been done. So this much we have completed today. So your homework will be, you have to write about microorganism. See, we have seen this um we have seen this group, right? What you have to do? You have to write about bacteria, fungi, algae, protozoa and virus. What you have to write? You have to write that what are bacteria, what are fungi, what are algae, what are protozoa and what are viruses. Also you have to write their examples. So I hope this homework is clear to you all. So for today this much. Thank you so much.